Good YouTube? In this video we'll be taking a look at the best settings for your iPhone camera for action photography. Whether you're documenting fast-paced sports or taking pictures of lively wildlife or everyday adventures, the iPhone's camera has really come a long way and is quite versatile in its capabilities that allows you to freeze the frame and immortalize those moments. From using burst mode to doing different things with exposure compensation, the iPhone has a lot of very quick and easy features that allow you to make sure that you can take the action shot properly, quickly, and that it's correctly exposed. If you like this kind of content or find this kind of content helpful, leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. So first up we have burst mode. Burst mode is really important for action shots, and the first thing you want to do is actually figure out how to turn on burst mode. What you want to do is actually jump into your settings, and once you're in your settings you want to scroll down into your list of apps and you want to look for camera. This is usually below photos and above books by default. You want to hit camera, and then from there you want to look for use volume up for burst. And this is usually under record stereo sound and above scan QR codes. So when you turn this on, when you hit the up volume rocker, your camera will just start taking photos very quickly. Burst mode is a powerful feature as it allows you to capture fast action because it allows you to capture a rapid sequence of images where the iPhone camera just keeps taking photos with a single press of the shutter button, in this case being the up volume rocker, when you have burst mode enabled. This is especially useful because each burst consists of multiple frames captured within a fraction of a second, and it gives you a higher chance of capturing the perfect moment when you're taking an action shot. So if you have your subject moving very quickly, you want to make sure you take multiple frames, which makes it very useful when photographing subjects with unpredictable movements like athletes or wildlife that's in motion. And by reviewing each burst sequence afterwards in post in your photo gallery, you'll be able to pick which exact shot that you want in order to have the shot taken for you. So if you're taking action shots, burst mode here using the up volume rocker is essential in grabbing multiple frames and trying to get the most out of your subject. Next up, we want to adjust our resolution, and resolution is quite important during action photography. And first we'll jump into some settings that will affect resolution. So what you want to do is actually jump into your settings, and you want to go back into the camera app, which is usually below photos and above books, and you want to hit the camera app, and then from there you want to look for formats, and then from there you want to hit formats, and as you can see there's a few options where you can adjust photo mode here from 12 to 24 megapixels, and also you can enable resolution control, which is a camera control for capturing resolutions up to 48 megapixels. Action shots often involve taking pictures of fast-moving subjects or dynamic scenes where capturing fine details is crucial for taking the shot. Higher resolution will allow you to capture more details in your images, resulting in a clearer and more defined shot. This is particularly important when photographing fast-moving subjects, as it allows you to freeze the action and capture the details in the fleeting moments with precision. There's also a few other benefits of making sure that you increase the resolution as much as you can on your iPhone. Higher resolution allows you more croppability, which gives you more flexibility when it comes to cropping and framing your photos. When you're shooting action shots, you might not always have the perfect frame or the perfect shot ready to compose in camera. So when you have the higher resolution, you can crop your images a little bit more aggressively while still retaining sufficient detail and sharpness. It allows you to, in post, it allows you to adjust your composition afterwards without sacrificing too much image quality. Another benefit of shooting with higher resolutions for action shots is actually printability. So if you are planning to print your action shots, a higher resolution is essential for producing high quality prints with crisp detail and vibrant colors. So if you'd like to print your shots after, you want to make sure that you're shooting in the highest resolution possible. There's also a few other options that are very important for shooting high resolution, particularly when you're using digital zoom. In situations where you actually can't get physically close to your subject, such as when you're photographing taking pictures of wildlife. Higher resolution allows you to actually use digital zoom without too much noise when you're actually zooming in. While optical zoom is preferred for maintaining quality, the image quality on iPhone cameras has progressed to a point where some digital zoom is actually very feasible, and having a higher resolution gives you a lot more pixels to work with, reducing the loss of detail that usually occurs when digitally zooming in on lower resolution images. Next up, we have exposure compensation. Exposure compensation is important for action shots because it allows you to quickly adjust the exposure settings on your camera to properly capture fast-moving subjects in varying lighting conditions. In order to adjust photo compensation, it's actually pretty easy on the iPhone. It's actually a lot easier than if you were using a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. What you want to do is actually tap on the area of the shot on your iPhone screen when you have the camera app open, and then you see this little sun icon next to where you're tapping. If you slide your finger up and down, that's actually going to adjust the exposure up or down to make it brighter or darker, which is a really handy feature. And exposure compensation, when you can adjust it this easy, is really important for action shots because it allows you to adapt to changing lights on your rapidly changing shots. Action photography, it often takes place in environments where the changing or unpredictable lighting conditions, such as stadiums or wildlife habitats, make it hard for you to get the correct exposure. Exposure compensation enables you to quickly adapt to these changes by adjusting the exposure settings so that your subjects are properly exposed and lit, even when the lighting conditions are rapidly changing. Fast-moving subjects can move through different areas of lights and shadows very quickly, resulting in exposure inconsistencies between different frames. By using exposure compensation, you can prevent overexposure, where highlights are blown out and details are lost, or underexposure, where shadows are too dark and lack detail. This will ensure that your action shots have a balanced exposure and preserve detail in both the highlights and the shadows. So there you have it, everyone. Just a few quick tips on iPhone settings for action photography. Leave a comment down below if you have any other tips that you use when you're taking quick shots with your iPhone. And if you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a great day.